and help with employee retention, especially in the blue collar space. A lot of blue collar businesses are.
So I make a joke and then you just say, no, actually I do that
Yeah,
as
fuck
well.
you.
All right.
Yeah.
That's Tyler. Yeah. He's going out of his way for
It
people.
was both middle fingers. So thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Become more positive about their own image, helping them lose weight, put on strength, and being overall healthier when it comes to cardiovascular health, cellular health, etc. We shouldn't say Ferrari. I don't know if you saw what they released in their stock going down, but it's fucking atrocious.
Also, they've been making some very interesting choices with their fashion lately, too.
Now I'm in B2B. When I was B2C at business to consumer, really at Northwestern Mutual. I was, cold calling people, word of mouth referrals. I started with my network of just family and friends and teammates and everybody that I knew that had a cell phone number. Right. Every day I pick up the phone and be like, it's a bad day to have a phone number. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? I'm cold calling you and I'm giving my pitch and you're going to sit down and meet with me because I believe that everybody needs this and everybody's underinsured. Nobody saves enough money. So those are two things that no matter where your pride is aside, you don't have that, right? There's a very select few group of people that do have that. And therefore, when you do have a conversation with those people and you find out, great, it's a peace of mind conversation for me, right? But knowing that and my conviction behind family health history, having these conversations with people, I know that they need this and I know I can provide not necessarily a solution, but a peace of mind resource for people, knowing that the what ifs are now protected. So manage all the risk and then create something that's going to be impactful for someone in the future. Doing that on an individual scale, I really enjoyed it. I did it for about 2.5 years. And I eventually, we had new management come in. I moved from Gilbert to the Phoenix office, worked directly under the managing partner, was becoming the college unit director. So I started running the internship program. I go to GCU, ASU, talk to kids about, health and wellness, finance, trying to preach that, make sure people start having these conversations because I don't know why we're still not taught this. Like we're taught about history and I have nothing against history. I unfortunately never found it entertaining. I found the math and the economics always more entertaining. I was a math and science guy. So if we're taught how to do taxes, if we're taught how to run this or how to be entrepreneurial or how different changes in the economy happens, if I were to learn that in high school, I'd be probably in a much different spot than I am now. But I didn't. It didn't take me until, after school to do that. And granted, I had a father figure, my dad. He's very tech savvy, very handyman, right? He's a chief product officer at an AI company that's doing a lot of great things. So it's really cool to see his story and where he's gone. But trying to follow somewhat in those footsteps in a different realm of being something or someone that really transitioned into making a difference. That's why I transitioned from B2C to B2B because I want to impact people in group settings. So now I talk to decision makers at businesses alone, whether it's a CFO, head of HR, CEO, whoever makes the decisions at companies for the company itself. Those are people that I want to get in front of because I act as a consultant now for general employee benefits. That's my time. I'm an employee benefits consultant. So my job is to work with the health insurance plan, the medical, dental, vision, relaying 401k or other retirement plans, life insurance, disability, whatever, as overall packages for businesses so that when you have conversations with people saying, oh, I have that taken care of through work, I don't need this, they actually do. Right?
So what is your target demographic as far as business owners? If they wanted to reach out to you for this conversation, how many employees do you expect them to have?
At least 5. Yeah, I think that's where it makes enough sense for them because it is a financial cost. Yes, it helps with taxes and whatever need be, but does it make sense for these small businesses to take on that financial burden at first? And will the employees actually contribute, whether it's 50-50, 75-25, or 100% you pay for their benefits, right? What does that mean and how are the people going to take it? Because the health insurance market today, it's extremely fucking expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's seeing that and everybody hates it. So they're looking at private plans, they're looking at other options. And a lot of people don't know is that there's other alternative funding strategies and other strategies that consultants like myself can put in place to lower premiums, which a lot of times for businesses, it's cost, especially startup businesses, right? But now I want to transition into the bigger groups, 50 plus, 100 plus, 500 plus, whatever that looks like. And that's a whole different realm because after you're more than 50 employees, right, you legally have to offer benefits. And tweaking that, looking at different processes and what is going on with the business to make sure that we can offer the right solutions and or consult them towards the right path to then so they can focus solely on growth and development of the business rather than all the bullshit back end to stay compliant or whatever need be.
Yeah.
I take that risk off of them and then I build that relationship. And hey, we're not meeting once a year. We're going over things quarterly. How are the finances going? How are the employees' satisfaction surveys going? Are they enjoying the benefits? Are they seeing this as a burden? What's going on, right? Walk me through your process. So now I'm at that point where I can consult business owners to either make that change for the betterment of their employees and help with employee retention, especially in the blue collar space. A lot of blue collar businesses are, hey, man or women, it's mainly men, right? But if you're the man of the house, you want your significant other to be a stay-at-home wife, you want to raise 3, 4, 5 kids, right? You're the sole provider for those kids. And most often they're doing sports or they're doing extracurricular activities. Kids break shit, man. They're clumsy. They break an arm, they break a foot, they break a finger, whatever, right? They still have to go to the hospital and get treatment. You still have to have health insurance for your family, right? Is that taken care of through work, or do you have to go do something outside of work? Especially in today's era, it's a challenge, right? It's so expensive for a lot of families. So I'm trying to help change that, do it rightfully so, make it more cost effective for businesses and offer better coverage so it makes sense for people that they know that they're comfortable. Hey, I'm traveling out of the country. We're going to play and, do basketball or pickleball or swim. And if there's an accident, I know that I can go somewhere to get, coverage.
Right. So if somebody wanted to reach out to you, whether they're just the head of household of a family or 5 employees at their business, or they got 100 employees at their business, how can they reach out to you?
Phone number, LinkedIn, any kind of social media platform that I'm trying to get on right now. Yeah, I have my Instagram. I have my phone number that I can give to you, and you can post on the podcast, whatever it may be. If you want me to say it, I can.
That's up to you. Yeah.
Phone number is 925-989-6666. I know that sounded weird, but yes, it's true. 4 6s. Don't come at me. And that's the way for me. My company's also USI, so you can Google me on usi.com.
My name's Tyler Nanny.
Yeah, as mentioned at the beginning of the podcast. But yes, that's a good way to reach me. That's a good way. We're just going to have genuine conversations around, where are your goals? Where are you trying to be? How is your employee satisfaction? How can I consult you to then focus on where it matters, just on growth and retention, right?
And are you focused solely here in the state, or
I'm licensed in 26 states.
Okay.
So currently working with a group in Oregon, talking with some prospects in Southern California. But yes, I like to primarily focus where I am so I can have more of an impact, because I prefer in person. Call me old fashioned. Zoom is great, right? But if I can drive to East Mesa, 35 minutes for me to get here today, I'm doing it, right? Because I believe the personal and physical interaction between people is so much more important. I'll reiterate it. My socials, Instagram, LinkedIn, first name, last name, Tyler Nanny. Phone number is 925-989-6666. You can shoot me a text. I'm always available. And then, yeah, we can, if you're local in the area, happy to meet in person, and vice versa. If you're in a different state, happy to hop on a quick Zoom or Teams call, whatever is easier for everybody else. So,
Raj.
Yeah.
So you're not flying into other states? I'm just kidding.
Well, I did in February go up to Portland to have a meeting in person, because I think that's
so
really
I make
important.
a joke, and then you just say, no, actually, I do that as
fuck
well.
you.
All right.
Yeah.
That's Tyler. Yeah. He's going out of his way for people.
It was both middle fingers. So thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So what was it that ended up leading you into this mindset of, because when you and I had talked about it, you were saying that you firmly believe that a person's finances are going to lead to the wellness of their life, right? So if you are financially stable, you're going to get better health care. If you're financially stable, you're going to likely eat better foods. If you're financially stable, you're likely not as stressed as other people are. Mm-hmm. And so I wholeheartedly agree with you. Being financially stable is a much higher level of operation, a higher frequency.
And I couldn't agree more. And, some people listening to this would be like, well, how do I become financially stable? And take the conversation that you just said, having good finance leads to good health. I look at it the other way sometimes.
Okay.
Having good health leads to finance and leads to financial wealth, right? If you, how you do everything is how you do anything. If you want to put the right things in your body and you push yourself, those are things that you can control and don't have to, be a financial burden. You can choose whether to, not eat something because it's shitty, or, cook something right, go to Costco, buy in bulk, meal plan it out, and prep, right? You end up saving money doing that anyway, and you're putting cleaner stuff into your body.
Agreed.
You guys are doing peptides. You're out there really making a difference for people, helping people become more positive about their own image, helping them lose weight, put on strength, and being overall healthier when it comes to cardiovascular health, cellular health, etc. It's really exciting to see what you guys are doing, and I'm on board with it myself, right?
Yep. For research purposes only.
For research purposes only. And yes, that's a disclaimer. I couldn't agree with that more. But yes, I think that taking care of your personal health is what's going to lead to financial wealth.
Yeah.
I really, really do. Because when you're healthier and when you're confident in yourself, because you are healthier, you have more confidence and more energy to do what drives passion for you guys. And where that energy comes from is where the money's going to be made. Right?
I agree. I mean, I personally, I've researched with certain peptides, and I've been finding massive shifts in energy levels, weight loss, like maintaining muscle, all of the things. And again, I just turned 42, and to feel as good as I do at 42 is fantastic. I got into peptides originally based upon my results from researching those peptides. And I don't know if saying peptides is going to end up getting us canned on YouTube or on the social medias. I wholeheartedly believe that this was a way to, I'll say it, stick a big middle finger up to Western medicine and big pharma. And I fully support that. I see a doctor that's a naturopath. I don't see a doctor who's into the Western medicine concepts. And, all of the things that they're coming out with, and realizing that these short chain amino acids are absolutely reformulating the way that people's lives are. But the whole point is like, if we're able to start nipping this in the bud and giving people a better sense of life and well-being and health by peptides, then so be it. Let that fly in the face of the FDA. I don't care. I say this quote a lot, and I absolutely love it. It's Dr. Ron Paul. Nothing can stop a revolution that's time has come. And that's largely been the mantra that Brandon and I have shared in starting Helix Pure, is we know that peptides are going to lead down a path where people the FDA can no longer deny it. What they have been doing for people is fantastic. And so, okay, we'll fly in the face of Western medicine. We'll fly in the face of big pharma. Don't care. This is going to happen. And I'm all about pushing it so that people can live a healthier life with clean product. And
yes, which is the most important. And I was having a conversation with somebody about it yesterday. Hey, my boss has this stuff from China and he's willing to give it to me for free. I'm like, well, there's problem number one and problem number two.
Right.
It's free and it's not from the US. What the fuck are we talking about?
Right.
Why are you willing to put Whataburger in your body when you have the option to put steak and broccoli in your body? What, you know what I mean? You want to drive a Ferrari or a Honda Civic? What are we doing here?
I wouldn't even compare that to Whataburger or a Honda Civic. Like,
yeah,
those are too reliable.
And I probably shouldn't say Ferrari. I don't know if you saw what they released in their stock going down, but it's fucking atrocious.
Also, they've been making some very interesting choices with their fashion lately too.
Yeah, stock went down over 9% in one day.
Oh my God.
Awesome,
I didn't realize it was that much.
It was crazy.
That's outstanding.
You're like, yep, nice job.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm sure you've probably heard people talking about peptides. It piqued your interest, you looked into it, but you don't know what source to trust. A lot of this stuff is coming out of China. If you're looking for a good quality peptide that's made in the United States, go to helixpure.com.